Coming up on Lazer Update, we meet one of the outstanding members of our recruitment department and what he does to bring new students to OCC.
Then we take a look at this semester's Unity Day and what OCC does to bring our community together. All that and more coming up in the next 20 minutes.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Lazer Update. I'm Fatima Findley.
And I'm Eliza McMahon. It's April 5th, and here's what's going on the Onondaga Hill today. Both Nazareth College and Buffalo State are visiting campus today for interested students. Be sure to check them out today in Mawinnie for more information.
OCC brings in thousands of new students every year and has a great recruitment team that works to share what OCC has to offer to high school students all around New York State. One of our team members, Matt Mazzenzio, is a 2014 graduate who came back to share his passion about the school. John Baker introduces us to him.
Matt Mazzenzio is an alum of OCC, and now he's back as a recruitment specialist.
My main role is talking with prospective students and telling them all of the great things that OCC has to offer for them, whether it be our academic programs, our support services, our athletics. We have a full team in the recruitment department. There are 2 recruiters, and a director, an assistant director, and a tech specialist. And we all work very closely. We're a very tight-knit group. Some days we'll be out doing events where we're in high school talking with students. I'll be at my desk sometimes just answering calls for anyone who may call in just interested in OCC. So, you know, we do a lot to tell people about what OCC can offer for them specifically so that they can see themselves here. Honestly, my favorite part of the job is probably when I am speaking with a student, a prospective student, and I can actually see in their face their excitement for coming to college and coming to OCC specifically. There's just not much better than that when it comes to this job.
Matt Mazzenzio continues to be a key reason why students choose OCC.
Matt will be working with OCC to host our official open house later this month on Saturday, the 29th, for any local high schoolers who want to take a closer look and learn more about the campus and its programs. Anyone who is interested in attending can register at OCC's website at sunyocc.edu.
One of the most celebrated events that takes place every semester at OCC is Unity Day, a day to express and acknowledge the diverse community that we embody on campus. This semester's Unity Day included both an open mic contest as well as an art show. Kyle Goff gives us the different students of OCT students.
Unity Day on February 22nd is a chance for our campus community to gather and celebrate different cultures, identities, backgrounds, and more while also realizing that we are better together. Unity Day committee members Noah Rivers, Muhammad Abadraba, and Shane Turrow tell us more.
And we had a whole host of activities ranging from an open mic contest, we had an art contest, we just rescheduled a basketball shootout, we had to cancel it due to weather that day. But it's just a bunch of inclusive activities to bring people together. I assisted Dr. Williams in setting up the tables. There were about 50 tables to set up. We had to put all the stuff on there that was included for each activity.
Open mic was hosted by Maurice Brown, and he gave the MC, the rest of the hosts to me. It was amazing. Definitely a different environment. I would honestly do it again.
Unity Day typically means to me something to bring everybody together, a form of inclusion, to allow those of any descent and heritage to show off what their cultures, their traditions, their food, and it just brings everybody together. That's what it kind of does. It brings brotherhood, diversity, and overall just a safe place to accept any and all people, no matter what race, religion, or color.
The Unity Day community will need student volunteers to host future Unity Day events. If you are interested in getting involved in next semester's Unity Day, contact the Vice President of Diversity, Eunice Williams, to learn more.
One of our daily features on Lazer Update is called Did You Know? In past shows, we've learned about several departments, programs, and people that make OCC run every day. Today, however, we focus on just one of the most unique parts of our college, our chapter of PTK.
Phi Theta Kappa is the International Honor Society for two-year colleges, but you might not be aware of just how special and prestigious OCC's chapter of PTK really is. John Baker gives us a quick look inside OCC's PTK chapter.
Here at OCC, you may have heard of Phi Theta Kappa, but did you know that OCC's chapter of Phi Theta Kappa has consistently been honored as New York's most distinguished chapter and was named third best in the world out of nearly 1,200 chapters just last year? This is thanks to the work of our chapter's leadership team, who work on projects that benefit both the college and the community. Our chapter also has a suite located in the Coulter Building, where you will often find members studying and engaging with each other. OCC's chapter of Phi Theta Kappa is made up of bright students who are always striving for excellence.
Our chapter recently won Most Distinguished Officer Team at New York State's Regional Conference and hopes to capture the award of Most Distinguished Chapter in the World at PTK's International Conference later this month in Columbus, Ohio.
Before we go to break, we will keep you up to date with all the happenings on campus, including what's coming up this week. Check it out. Syracuse University will be visiting campus next week on Tuesday from 1 to 3. You can catch them for transfer information on the first floor of Mawhinney Hall.
Planned Parenthood will also be in Mawhinney next Wednesday from 9 to 11 a.m. to offer information and resources.
And on another transfer note, Niagara University will be making a visit in the Gordon Student Center on the 13th from 11 to 1. We will be right back. I like working at Onondaga Community College because it's a smart choice for our students. It's accessible, it's affordable, it's a great place to start a career or an academic journey. Overall, it's a great place to be.
I chose OCC because it allowed me to discover my interests, make connections, and build a clear path for my future.
I like OCC because it's a great place to learn and engage in your community.
Why do I love OCC? I love OCC because of our students and our diverse student population. The diverse student population helps drive club activity as well as our engagement efforts throughout the semester.
I love OCC because of the exciting classroom spaces. We have students from all backgrounds engaging with real-world issues passionately.
I love OCC because OCC has a ton of resources that are available to students to help them in any step along the way.
Right now, Creed 3 is in theaters starring Michael B. Jordan as Adonis Creed, who has his past catch up to him as he has to face Damien, a childhood friend who has just been released from prison to keep everything that he has built from his family to his home. Creed 3 is an action-packed drama that holds true to the Rocky series. Look for Creed 3 in a theater near you. Welcome back to Lazer Update. I'm Fatima Finley.
And I'm Elaz McMahon. Let's get back to learning more about the events and people of OCC. We now take some time to learn about one of our own BMC students, Kyle Goff, and see the many ways he's been involved at OCC, as well as the big plans he has for his future.
Kyle Goff is without a doubt a standout student at OCC. He took a couple years off after high school to discover his interest, and now he studies at OCC's Broadcast Media Communications program.
Being in the BMC program is a lot of fun. I love the very hands-on nature of the coursework. I love being able to film and edit my own projects. I really love film and movies, and I even write my own scripts, so it's a great way to be able to do all these type of things within the BMC program. In addition to the classwork that I do here, I'm also a resident assistant in the residence halls. I'm also the vice president of leadership for our chapter of PTK here at OCC. As an RA, we are really here to help residents in any way that we can. We'll be on duty for one night a week. We'll sort through mail and log packages for residents. We'll do rounds of the building, and we'll be at the desk for a night a week. It's really important to build connections with the residents and be a resource to them. It's a great way to be a leader and engage within our community. Being a part of the PTK leadership team has been a great opportunity to take a position as a leader and work on projects that benefit both the school and the community, and be a key part of one of the best chapters of PTK in the world.
After OCC, Kyle plans to transfer to NYU. There, he plans to continue to pursue his love of writing scripts and making films.
Kyle Goff just finished his first degree in humanities at the end of last fall, and will be finishing his BMC degree this May. We hope Kyle the best, and we look forward to seeing what the future holds for him.
OCC is always looking for ways to prepare students for their time at OCC. The Business Club did this by hosting a professional headshot day where students could come and get their professional photos taken for future employers. I went out to the event to learn more about this event. Recently, the School of Business executed a photography event that allowed staff and students to be able to get their photos done professionally. This is what student John Lyons had to say about this opportunity.
Hundreds of dollars to do on your own, so we're providing students with a photo they can use for their LinkedIn profile or to connect with professionals and employers.
Well, I was very happy to get the email notification announcement for this event because I think it's a great opportunity for students. I'm a mature student in the business technology program, but I think it's a great opportunity for the young students to have a headshot. And everybody here was very helpful to sign in and to line up, and everything went very quick and smoothly. And it was great that they offered like wardrobe, like from the waist up for students to borrow. The Business Club is located in W201 every Wednesday in the Mawiney building from 12:15 to 1:15. Don't forget to check them out as they achieve to bring students out their comfort zone. The Career and Transfer Services offices are always available to help students build their resumes and seek careers beyond OCC. You can visit their offices on the 3rd floor of the Mawiney building in room 310 to receive any help you may need.
Many students love to stop by the on-campus Starbucks to get their morning caffeine. But this semester, they've introduced something new that gives students a chance to get free coffee for every 10 coffees they buy. Rainey Morgan caught up students to see how students feel about this new offer.
This semester, OCC's Starbucks Cafe is fueling students with the opportunity to get a free drink via a Coffee Club punch card. Today we'll be hearing what students have to say about the buy 10, get 1 free deal.
So I think these punch cards are a really cute idea for rewards, especially for college students who spend a lot of money on tuition or Starbucks, and I think it's a good way to give back to the students.
Punches would be better if they were reduced to 5 or 4, and I feel like it's a way to keep kids to keep buying coffee.
I love the new punch cards here. We're super broke all the time, college, that's where it's at.
I don't really think coffee is good for you, but then again, to keep you up, it's also good for that, so yeah. Coffee's all right. I would put it to 5, though. That's really my whole take on it.
So a free drink is always where it's at, always gets me excited. I wouldn't be here without a coffee in the morning.
And there you have it. The Starbucks punch card has stirred up a buzz on campus, but a free drink is a free drink. This has been Rainey Morgan on Lazer Update.
The campus Starbucks has a variety of specialty drinks served throughout every semester, including the Here I Crumb Frappuccino available now.
Now let's take a look at our sports update from the past week. The baseball team took care of business against Corning this past weekend, winning both their games in a doubleheader. The Lazers won the first game 11-2. John Scanlon led the way with 3 runs off of 3 hits. They also took the second game by a score of 13-2, led by Kyle Wood, this time with 3 runs off of 3 hits.
The Lazers have a few games coming up this weekend. The baseball team look to keep winning this Saturday at Finger Lakes. The doubleheader starts at noon. Back at home, the men's lacrosse team looks to keep their 4-game winning streak alive against Hudson Valley. The game starts this Friday at 4 right here at OCC. We'll be right back after this short break.
I chose OCC for the quality learning experience at an affordable price.
I chose OCC because I can hone my skills in state-of-the-art facilities.
I choose OCC because the professors help you succeed and they encourage creativity.
Visit sunyocc.edu and discover why more than 40,000 students call OCC their alma mater.
Why did I choose OCC? Because I can go on into stuff like neuroscience, keep going with psychology.
I chose OCC for recording, behind the scenes, basically anything in studio work.
Engineering aspects of my program that I was interested in. The CAD lab, the machine shop, and the hands-on basis of everything.
In just over a week, the Red Hot Chili Peppers come to the JMA Wireless Dome, along with a special guest appearance from the Strokes. Tickets are still available at ticketcenter.com. Yours today before they come to town.
We now move on to our last segment, Got Issues, where we see John Baker discuss the debate between the age of music streaming and the good old days of record collecting that have been making a comeback in recent years.
Thanks, Fatima. Hello, everyone. I'm John Baker, and today on Got Issues, we are discussing a topic that has been becoming a trend among college students in recent years, the debate between digital and physical music. Streaming services have become the most popular medium to listen to music in recent years, and when many would have thought that vinyl and CDs would have been on their way out, they've risen in popularity. Joining me today are Rich Jarrett and Olivia Ramirez to talk about this very subject. Thank you guys for joining me. Starting with you, Rich, with streaming services being so popular now, why should we continue to buy physical music?
There's something special about owning something you can actually hold and collect versus just a digital file on your phone or some other device. So that's what makes it special. I think that's always going to be the difference. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Going over to you now, Olivia. How has physical music been able to return and still continue to compete against streaming services in the modern day?
I think that it's able to compete because it's become like a collector's item, and there's always something special about having that physical copy of something. It becomes its own art other than just the music itself. It becomes a piece of artwork in my house. I hang a lot of my albums on the wall and use it as art in that sense. So yeah, it's a whole other type of art form to own that physical copy rather than the digital.
Mm-hmm. Rich, do you think that it's kind of a healthy thing as a music listener to have maybe a mix of both streaming services and physical copies?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, if you're like in the comfort of your home or hanging out at a friend's house and you're listening to vinyl and you get that different sound that way, but then, you know, if you're driving or something like that, the digital files are really useful if you're listening to a streaming service. It's so convenient that way, so yeah.
And I'll throw that question to you, Olivia. Do you sort of have like a healthy balance of collecting vinyls and CDs and streaming as well?
Absolutely. Vinyl is really expensive. CDs not so much, but they're just not as used as much anymore. So I rely on my Spotify when I'm in the car or like playing it on a speaker for my friends or something like that versus the vinyl, which I use more as almost like a trophy, kind of like I keep it in a good condition and I don't play it as often.
All right. When we come back, our discussion continues right here on Got Issues.
I like working at Onondaga Community College because it's a smart choice for our students. It's accessible, it's affordable, it's a great place to start a career or an academic journey. Overall, it's a great place to be.
I chose OCC because it allowed me to discover my interests, make connections, and build a clear path for my future.
I like OCC because it's a great place to learn and engage in your community.
Welcome back. John Baker here again, and I'm with Olivia and Rich, and we've been talking about different music formats. Let's continue. So, Rich, how do you think streaming services were able to take over so quickly when physical music had been established for decades prior?
I think it's just the convenience of it. I think it took a while, but to be able to stream anything that you want, you can search a song that you want to find, or it's easy to put like a playlist together versus spending hours creating a mixtape that we used to do back in the day. Mm-hmm. So just that convenience, I think, is the biggest advantage. And to be able to save hundreds or thousands of files to one device, I mean, you couldn't do that before.
Mm-hmm. Going over to you, Olivia, with streaming services being so popular, there's a lot of debate as to what streaming service is the best. What streaming service do you think is the best in your opinion?
Personally, I love Spotify. That's my go-to. I don't use Apple Music, even though I have an iPhone. And I am not a Pandora user anymore. Back in the day when I was trying to spend a little less, I used to use Pandora, the commercial version, and Spotify was just it for me. I like the way I can make playlists on it. They just have a lot of the music that I'm looking for. I definitely prefer Spotify.
Going back over to you, Rich, how do you think analog music compares to digital music, and what do you think kind of creates sort of a division or maybe even a competition between the two formats?
I think you might say, like, I guess a purist might prefer the analog sound of like a vinyl, that specific sound you get from that. And I think just the everyday person, the convenience of having a digital file or streaming, like I said before, it's just that ease of use, the convenience of it is key.
Going back over to you, Olivia, how do you think that analog music compares to digital music when you're listening to the two of them? What kind of like differences do you notice?
There's definitely a richer sound with vinyl, and Spotify and streaming services are always available. You can download on there, but yeah, like Rich said, there's definitely something special about listening to vinyl that like a true enthusiast would definitely prefer.
Okay. I'd like to thank my guests, Olivia and Rich, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm John Baker, and that's Got Issues.
Thanks, John. That's going to do it for this edition of Lazer Update. Thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube at Onondaga's Campus Connection. New episodes are uploaded every Monday and Thursday at 5 p.m. I'm Fatima Findley.
And I'm Lazer McMahon. Have a great day, everyone.